This is Jeff Boll doing the introductory conversation. So Jeff, what are you doing these days?
Well, Joe, you know how most people are concerned with saving up for retirement while meeting their financial goals for today?
Yeah.
I help people plan and then implement that plan to provide financial security both now as well as in the future for them.
That makes sense.
Well, great. What are you up to these days, Joe?
Well, I work as an engineer at ABC Company, and I just got married last year.
Wow, terrific. Do you guys have any children together?
Not yet, but we're working on it.
It's in the plans?
Yeah.
Well, Joe, I work with a lot of people just like you, and I think we need to sit down and see if what I do could be beneficial to you and your family.
That sounds great, man.
Well, great. In your line of work, do you think that evenings or mornings work better for you?
Typically evenings.
Evenings?
Yeah.
Well, great. Would Wednesday at 6 or Thursday at 5 work better for you?
Probably the 6 o'clock one.
Well, terrific, Joe.
Yeah.
I'll give you my business card, you can give me yours, and we'll schedule that up for Thursday.
That sounds good. That's good, man. Good job. This is Jeff Boll doing the Planning for Life conversation.
Tell me, Joe, what does financial security mean to you?
You know, I think, to me it mainly means just, having enough money to pay your bills, but then also having enough money in the bank in case there's an emergency.
Sure. Well, for us, financial planning means having money when you need it the most.
That makes sense.
So what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to go through this planning network with you. You have dreams for your future, for yourself and your loved ones. And what I do is plan for your current needs as well as take care of your future needs. We want you to protect and take care of your loved ones. We want you to meet your current financial obligations. We also help you build security for your future. And the purpose of planning life is to show you how to meet your current needs and achieve your future goals through these following stages that we have.
Yeah.
My role is going to be to define your financial goals for you, access your current financial situation,
Yeah.
and then we're going to create a personal plan that will help you today as well as grow with you in the future, and then to implement and adjust that plan over time for you.
That makes sense.
We have the following key areas that we feel are the keys for financial planning for our members. It's protection, savings, retirement planning, retirement distributions, and then finally estate planning. And we also, for business owners, have business plannings and employee benefits for them.
Okay.
So today I'd like to briefly sit with you. We'll meet with each key area of planning and then determine which ones are most concerned to you. And then we'll ask you a few questions to find out how we can best personalize your plan for you. Sound good?
That makes sense, yeah.
Great. Well, for us, Joe, protection is the foundation of your planning with us. None of us expect to have an accident, become seriously ill, or obviously even die. But the reality is that it does happen, and oftentimes without warning.
Yeah.
And that can obviously leave you and your loved ones in serious financial trouble. Yeah. In fact, 7 out of 10 American families with children 18 or under would have trouble paying their bills within 1 to 2 months if their primary wage earner were to pass away.
Yeah.
Would you know how your family would pay for your bills if something were to happen to you?
I mean, we have some money in the bank and we have a little bit of life insurance, but the way it makes it sound, not enough.
Well, the good news is there are a lot of affordable options for you to protect you and your loved ones from financial devastation,
Yeah.
including life insurance, disability insurance, and long-term care insurance.
Yeah.
Most people buy life insurance to provide money for a funeral as well as other final expenses, pay off the mortgage and other debts, as well as leave some money for ongoing income for their survivors.
That makes sense.
And with that, do you currently have life insurance? You said you have some?
I just have some through work. I never really looked at anything outside of work.
Okay, so you purchased that just through work, you didn't really think about it?
It was just part of what was offered, so I just enrolled in it.
Sure, and that's a great idea. But many people may have some life insurance, but it might not be enough. And my job is to gauge how much you absolutely need to cover your obligations, and as well as implement a plan for that. How does that sound to you?
That sounds good.
Terrific. After people have protected against risk, we often want to move into savings. They would like to save some more money.
Mm-hmm.
How does that sound?
Good.
Great. Saving money and keeping it saved isn't going to happen by accident. It requires planning, discipline, a systematic approach, as well as a commitment to achieve your financial goals.
Mm-hmm.
Most people save to protect themselves from emergencies, perhaps automobile, home repair, maybe a medical emergency, take advantage of future opportunities, perhaps have early retirement or just enjoy their retirement years, and also help put their children or even their grandchildren through college.
Yeah.
Do you currently have any saving goals you're working towards?
I just like the idea of having an emergency fund. That's a big one for me, and then obviously just just socking away money for an early retirement.
Great. Now with that savings, there's obviously a lot of different ways to do it, and with our bottom of the pyramid covered with protection, there are some lower risk and low return investment, as well as some higher risk with potential for greater return for investment.
Right.
And my job is to best decide what's going to be best for you in your retirement plan.
That makes sense.
And most importantly, though, have you ever considered the cost of waiting to retire or start your savings plan?
Well, I don't know. Go through that. I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, what it is it just means that the longer you wait, the more money you're going to have to put aside to reach your financial goal. Our example is to have $150,000 by the age of 65. You'd have to put $98 in a month, which is 25, which just passed us both by. But if you're 35, it'd raise up to 180, 45 all the way up to 364, and then if you wait all the way to your 55, it's almost $1,000 a month just to reach that financial goal. That if you started sooner, that obviously would be much easier and more beneficial for you. So how do you feel about your current level of savings?
I think we do okay, but we could definitely get more focused in a plan to do it better.
Sure. Well, no matter what your financial goals are, my job is to create a savings plan that's going to be right for you and your family.
That sounds good.
Now, saving enough for retirement is obviously a huge financial dilemma for us. It's two-pronged. It's saving enough for retirement, but then also making sure the money you did save lasts your lifetime.
Makes sense.
The solid retirement plan is going to take that into account, as well as account for the fact that inflation is rising. Social Security is already down to only $1,200 a month for average Social Security members, and as for people in our lifetime, it might not be around at all. And also the fact that fewer companies are offering pension plans, as well as the rising cost of healthcare, and people our age are actually living longer. The fact of the matter is most people, to have a comfortable retirement, is going to depend mainly on personal savings, as well as self-funded retirement plans.
That makes sense.
So what are the biggest retirement concerns for you?
Oh man, I want to retire young, but just like everybody else, having the roadmap to know what to do with your money when you get there too.
You have enough to last for the rest of your life?
Right, that makes sense.
Well, there are a variety of tax advantage retirement saving options that are available to us, and I can work with you to determine which are personally the best for your retirement and accommodate you the best for you to save over time and to make sure it lasts for your entire lifetime.
Okay.
Now, with retirement, once you reach that, the big problem is what to do with your money and making sure it lasts as long as you do. When you're ready to retire, retirement distribution planning helps you determine how and when to best draw upon your savings so that you don't run out of money in your lifetime. Fortunately, there are a number of options that can help you ensure guaranteed income for you and your spouse for the rest of your lives.
Cool.
And that would include living all the way up to 100 years old.
There you go.
Another important part of planning for life is going to be your estate planning. It's not just for the rich. Everyone should consider how and to whom they want to leave their financial benefits and income to, because without a plan, the government's going to decide all that for you. So there are many options to help you plan for your estate. Perhaps the simplest way is to make sure you have an updated will, as well as to review your current beneficiary designations. Do you have a will currently, Joe?
We do, yeah.
You do? And when was the last time you reviewed your beneficiary designations?
It's been a couple of years. Might not be better to just kind of look it over real quick too,
Sure.
just kind of see if we're on where we need to be.
Well, great. We can work with you and your attorney to establish your will and your basic estate plan to make sure your estate planning goes as how you like it.
Okay.
And although estate planning can be the largest example, the estate tax is the largest expense at death for people. It doesn't need to be the most thing to worry about. If this is a concern for you, we can help you determine if you are going to be subject to these estate taxes and make sure your family receives the money as tax-free as possible.
Makes sense. All right, we're finishing up business planning, employee benefits for planning for life.
Tell me, Joe, do you own your own business?
No, I actually don't know.
You don't? Well, if you happen to know anyone that does, we also provide business planning as well as employee benefits for people that are self-employed and own a small business themselves.
Okay.
All right. So as you can see, planning for your secure financial future requires time as well as careful thought. So of all these planning areas we reviewed, which are causing you the greatest concern?
Probably these three key areas at the beginning: protection, savings, and retirement planning.
Sure. Well, identifying your plan needs is an important first step. Next, I'm going to ask you some specific questions so we can outline your current financial status as well as define your goals, and then we'll establish a starting point which to begin developing your plan with.
That sounds great.
All right, let's get started.
Let's do that. All right, all done. Now we can jump to the circle discussion real quick. All right.
Joe, first off, let me thank you for allowing me to be of service to you. As you know, my passion is helping people develop their dreams and goals, and I'm also building a financial services practice.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm building it with people who have the same values and beliefs as you.
Yeah.
Now, most financial advisors ask you to help you refer people that have maybe just had a baby, just gotten married, perhaps just bought a house, or just things that generally trigger a financial need.
Yep.
And I'm actually going to look for people that are going to be in your inner circles, people that you have a love and respect relationship with.
Makes sense.
And in our experiences, there are 4 different groups that fall into that category for you. The first one is your immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is your extended family. The third one is your work family, and then finally your social family. And the area where they all meet is going to be your inner circle that has that love and respect relationship for you.
Yep.
So knowing that moving forward, who are 3 people in your immediate family
Yep.
that you have a love and respect relationship with that I can meet with and be of service to?
Okay. I'll give you 3 there. I'll give you 3 there. Then we'll have to role play that. Okay, so I'll give you some referrals. Go.
I thought we were supposed to do them all, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's okay. I'll give
3
you
people in your extended family you
Yep.
have a love and respect relationship with
Yep.
that I could be of service to.
Alright, I'll give you 3.
And are there 3 people in your work family that you have a love and respect relationship with that I could be of service to?
Yep.
Terrific. And finally, in your social family, are there 3 people that you have a love and respect relationship with that I could be of service?
Yeah, I can definitely give you 3.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much for your help. Well, Joe, obviously with that having been done, these are obviously people you care a lot about, and as a favor, I could ask if you could contact them before I reach out to call them, just because people hate getting calls from telemarketers, and if you reach out to them and let them know that I will be calling, then they'll know I'm not a telemarketer, and then things should go a lot more smoothly, and it'll help my practice sound a little more professional.
Yeah, I agree. That makes
Oh,
sense.
terrific. Well, thanks again. I really appreciate the trust that you put in me, and I can promise you that I'll offer the same respect and professionalism to the people that you've offered me in your inner circle.
That sounds great.
Well, thank you very much.
You bet. All done. You did it. They're all done.
Your iPod is full tilt.